In August of 1864, the Civil War was reaching the fourth brutal year. The Union set its sights on the Confederacy's last major Gulf Coast stronghold, Mobile Bay, Alabama. This wasn't just another harbor. It was one of the final open Confederate ports, and closing it would tighten the constriction around the Confederacy's war effort. Mobile Bay was no easy target. It was guarded by Fort Morgan and Fort Gaines and a deadly field of underwater mines called torpedoes. Plus, inside the bay, the CSS Tennessee was ready to challenge any Union ship that set its eyes upon. On the morning of August 5th, 1864, Union Admiral David G. Farragut led a fleet of wooden ships and ironclad monitors straight toward the bay. As they advanced, disaster struck. The USS Tecumseh hit a torpedo and sank within minutes. The entire attack seemed like it was on the brink of collapse. Throughout all this chaos, Farragut stayed strong, saying the words, "Darn the torpedoes, full speed ahead." With that order, the Union surged forward with more momentum than ever. It allowed them to break through the minefield and also push the CSS Tennessee to the point of surrender. Over the next few weeks, this would allow the Union to capture both Fort Morgan and Fort Gaines and continue throughout Alabama. Thanks to this battle, the Union sealed itself in the naval blockade. Thanks to this battle, the Union was able to complete the Anaconda Plan in the Gulf of Mexico and cut off nearly all imports and exports for the southern states. Now, let's get to my project itself. So, it's the Battle of Mobile Bay. I have a few sections here. Some of them, this one for sure is wordy, but that's because I put some work into the overview of it. So, we have the torpedo moment, which I mentioned, where he says, "Darn the torpedoes." We have who led the Battle of Mobile Bay. We have where, when, and why it happened. We have a section called the Battle at Sea, which folds out. And we have the overview. And we have the fight on land. Which I did not actually mention earlier, so allow me to mention that now. After the Union arrives on the shore, they lay a siege and capture both Fort Gaines and Fort Morgan. And in the following weeks, the Union continues to approach and attack Mobile, Alabama. The Union to be victorious in the battle. Alright, hope you enjoyed.